But after a month of being on Mastering Diabetes, I got down below 90. And I've been several times below 90. And I was so excited about that. I mean, my first one was like 88. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. And so, and then it would dip down again and it'd go up a little bit and then it'd dip down again. And it's just so exciting to see the progress because it's not just my blood sugar, but it's my blood pressure and my weight and everything else. And so I'm just very excited. I mean, this has been the easiest plan to follow. And I love the simplicity of it because I can either follow the recipes or I can just do it simple and grab a bunch of fruit and put it in with some salad. And so it's just really, and it's been very encouraging for me. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2012. My recent visit to the doctor, I got a 9.9 on my A1C, and that was the wake-up call that I needed. And I actually had Mastering Diabetes, the book, on my wait list to read. And so when I got that report, I was like, okay, this has got to change. Something's got to change. So Mastering Diabetes was the key that I needed at that point. And I was so desperate at that point. I read the book cover to cover in 1 week. And it's a thick book. Anyway, but it was a lot of information. So I tried starting it on my own without the group. I mean, I was already signed up to start a group, but it wasn't going to start for the time that I needed for another week. But I didn't want to wait a week. So I went ahead and did my own thing as best I could, kind of going along with the book, and found the Facebook company, the support on the Facebook, because I was like, what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing because, it's trying to do what the book said, but felt a little lost. Some people on there were able to help me. And then when I got in the group, that was even such a bigger help because it was like a whole lot of information when I read the book, which was great. It made a great foundation, but it was a lot to take in. And then having the group and having Michelle Davis as my coach and just the group and their support. And she just kind of broke it down in little chunks. So it was like, don't get ahead of yourself. Let's just do this a little bit at a time. And it made me kind of get paced and slow. And it was really helpful. And then, if I had any questions, she was great to answer the questions. And then everybody was kind of chipping in, giving their own little helpful hints and tips and things. So that was really helpful. And just being accountable to the group really helped too. But after a month of being on Mastering Diabetes, and after 1 month, I was so excited because I started out my first blood sugar. I got a glucose monitor after years and not even checking my blood glucose. But my first reading was like 179, my fasting one. And after dinner one time, I spiked like 293. And so it was pretty up there. But after a month of being on Mastering Diabetes, I got down below 90. And I've been several times below 90. And I was so excited about that. I mean, my first one was like 88. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. And so, and then it would dip down again and it'd go up a little bit and then it'd dip down again. And it's just so exciting to see the progress because it's not just my blood sugar, but it's my blood pressure and my weight and everything else. And so I'm just very excited. I mean, this has been the easiest plan to follow. And I love the simplicity of it because I can either follow the recipes or I can just do it simple and grab a bunch of fruit and put it in with some salad. And so it's just really, and it's been very encouraging for me. I do work in like a little yoga in the morning and some walking in the afternoon, but I haven't done like extreme exercises or anything, but it's just getting out and moving. My main issue was the high blood sugar and the high blood pressure. My blood pressure was starting out was like 148. I think over 96, something like that. It was crazy high for me. And then now it's like 110 over 77, something like that. And I'm just it's just been a gradual decrease. I get to eat things like Robbie's antioxidant fruit delight. And sometimes I have to break those up because they're really big servings, but I love to take it, I eat half of it and then I'll take half of it to work and I'll have it like for 10 o'clock or something, like instead of my snack, I eat the rest of my breakfast. So I have first breakfast, second breakfast, and then I have lunch. I ate like Mediterranean macaroni and lentil tomato salad, or I eat the Mexican kale salad. Oof, it was so good. I love the black beans and the corn and stuff. That was really good. And then I love having plums for snack. And then for dinner, I do my own dinner. I do just a mix of any kind of fresh fruits with my kale and lettuce and romaine and whatever. Not so much romaine, but green leafy lettuce. And then I add chia seeds in there, and I use balsamic vinegar. And because I was such a salt fiend, I was always, I mean, even salted chips, I put more salt on them. You know, it was like I didn't think I could live without salt. I tried it for 1 week one time, but it was just like, oh, I don't see any difference. But now I can see the difference in the numbers because I've done it for so long now. And the fruit is so satisfying. That's what's so wonderful, because before I couldn't eat fruit. You know, I would eat a little bit of fruit, and if I got too much, I'd feel really nauseated and sick. And now I don't have that at all. And that has just been wonderful.